exhalation. And then exhaling for 4 to 8. Noticing the pause at the bottom of the out breath. Our words of wisdom for tonight. Today I will move from my head to my heart and choose love and peace. Today I will move from my head to my heart and choose love and peace. And we begin to look at our own inner conflict and realize that we must resolve our own inner conflict before we can stop the conflict in the world. Today I am willing to watch my own inner battle with compassion, praying for understanding and resolution of the conflict so that I can find peace. Find peace by choosing love. A few more rounds of equal ratio breath. Enjoying this time to expand our lungs, to exercise our breathing capacity. If we're lying on our back, let's take a moment to stretch all of our limbs out, fingers overhead, toes pointing away, slowly bringing our feet to the mat. We're going to roll to the side and make our way up to seated. So plugging our sit bones into the earth, finding a way to sit tall. That might mean we send our legs straight out in front of us. And let's start with some dime-sized circles at the tip of the nose. Just slowly feeling any tightness or tension that we're holding there. Very common place to hold tension unknowingly. The circles can radiate out a little bit wider if that feels comfortable. And then at the top or bottom, change your direction. And then the top of the head comes right over the base of the spine, taking our shoulders forward and up and back and down. Just feeling the insides of our shoulders warming with this gentle movement. You can stay in easy seat or send your legs out for a flowing twist. As we inhale, we use the energy of our arms to lift up the spine. As we exhale, we're twisting to the right. Big breath in through center. Let's have this feeling really natural. Exhaling on the twist. Breathing in through center. The natural rhythm and pace. Our arms follow along. We might concentrate on pressing into our seat so that we really have that sense of uplift. And one more time right, one more time left. Inhaling through center, drawing hands to the heart. Taking one hand to the heart and the other hand to the head. And just asking ourselves this question: who will lead us through this practice, through this week, through the challenges ahead? Is it the head that usually creates fear and anxiety and a sense of lack? Or the heart that keeps us connected? There's abundance, there's love. Take a moment, remembering we have free will choice. Bring both hands to your heart. Just take a moment to take a deep breath here. Knowing that we are always divinely guided. We'll release our hands and make our way to all fours. Hands are open, and let's take our right foot out to the side, toes forward. With the hands open, we're going to begin to draw circles on our mat with our belly button. So the pelvis is circling, we're bending our right knee, shifting a little or a lot of weight over, just feeling into some hip opening. Allowing the body to warm at its own pace, so we never force or go beyond. And then as our left hip comes over our left knee, let's take our right foot behind. We're gonna move through a little crossbow flow. So we inhale and send our left hand forward. As we exhale, we'll bend our right knee and sweep our left hand back towards the foot. We may or may not touch it. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, sweep back. 3 more times. Breathing in and out. In, we stretch nice and long. Exhale, opening the chest. 1 more. And then we'll release our left hand back to the mat. Let's turn our left toes off the mat. Inhale, right hand to the sky. And let's circle our right arm 3 times in each direction. Taking our time. And then we'll release and square back to all fours. Before we go to the other side, let's move through a little cat-cow movement. Inhaling to arch our back, to radiate the heart forward. As we exhale, we radiate through the back of the heart. So opening up our heart energy. Something we're really going to need to call upon. Working out any tension along the spine. Let's take 2 more breaths. And after our next cat, we'll release to neutral, left foot, directly out from our left hip, and we're slowly bending the left knee, shifting our weight over, circling the tailbone, making sure we're taking care of our left knee. And then as our right hip and right knee are stacked, we'll take our left foot back behind us. So really open the left hand, firm up through your core. Inhale, stretch nice and long. As we exhale, we'll bend our left knee, sweep the hand back. Breathing in to stretch long. Exhaling to bring right hand and left foot towards each other. 3 more. Hear your own deep breathing. And then as our right hand comes back, we kick our right toes off the mat, inhaling left hand to the sky, circling 3 times in each direction, warming the shoulder. After we circle 3 times in each direction, we're back to all fours. As we inhale, let's fly up. Take a big breath in. And as we exhale, we'll release hands alongside the body, thumbs pointing up. So we're going to move through our chakra chalana kriya, which is really good for improving our breath, increasing stamina and endurance. So we want to inhale, one hand forward, the opposite elbow back, and then as we exhale, we're moving opposite. You can breathe in and out through your nose. Not just reaching forward, but pulling the elbows back. Letting the spine move along if it wants to. Lightness of heart, a little enthusiasm, maybe a smile. One more minute. Thirty seconds. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, rise up. exhale, let's come down into a very relaxed child's pose. Melting all tension away. Remember that there are no problems that do not have solutions. Letting go of all that is beyond our control and claiming our power with all that is within our control. Taking full responsibility. Let's inhale and rise up above the drama. Rise up, reach up above the fear. Reach, reach, reach. And then we'll come down and forward into a kneeling plank. Taking a full deep breath in. Exhaling into downward facing dog. Plugging into that stable, grounded energy of the earth. Really feel the hands plugging in, the feet plugging in. Take a moment to sense this through your being, the stability and groundedness that comes when we're not up in our head. Tune into the breath, one more cycle. And then we'll journey any way we like to the top of our mat, coming to take a bow. And again, surrendering, maybe with a nod of the head, a shake of the head. I am guided throughout my life in making the right choices. We'll bend our knees and reverse swan dive up. Rising up, reaching up above it all. And then again, one hand to the heart, one hand to the head. Take a moment here to connect to what it is you really want. Yes, we have to be wise. We have to use the wisdom in our mind. We also need to come from a place of love instead of fear. A place where we can stay calm and feel centered and be of service. As we inhale, let's open the arms wide. As we exhale, we're just going to sit back into chair. So building our strength. Inhale, open up, open your heart to the universe. Exhale as we sit strong. So cultivating strength in times of challenge. So many reasons to come onto the mat. Let's do two more. Flowing chair. Inhaling, we'll reach up. Take a gentle back bend. And then we'll release hands to hips and step back so that we're coming to the long edge. Left foot steps back. And let's move through a little flowing fountain. So inhaling, we sweep overhead. Lean to the right, bend your right knee, and just begin to circle, circle sweep. Any size circles that are feeling optimal. We keep our spine neutral, using core strength to lift and rise. At the top, let's reverse. hands to our thighs. Taking our strong stance here. Feet are solid. As we inhale, we'll lift the head and heart. As we exhale, right shoulder dipping down. We can look back behind us. Inhaling through center and exhaling as the left shoulder dips. Breathing in, we're going to go to each side 2 more times. Enjoying the feeling of wringing out tension. Purifying our body as we twist and breathe. Making our way through center. Let's inhale, rise up, reach up. And we'll bring our feet parallel to the short edges of the mat. Let's slide our hands down. And with our hands on our legs as support, we'll take a breath in. As we exhale, bend one knee, shift your weight over. Inhale to center and exhale, bending the opposite knee. So our hands might be on shins or thighs or hips. Tuning into our breath. Breathing, feeling, and listening to the language of your body. As we come to center, we'll take a breath in and lengthen the spine, lengthen the hamstrings. And as we exhale, soften the knees. Let the weight of the head extend. Crown of the head extend towards the earth. We might enjoy releasing the shoulders. Use the weight of your head and your shoulder girdle to help decompress along the spine. Feel a long, relaxed neck, a soft face, a deep breath. And then we'll bring hands under shoulders. Let's walk up to frame our right foot. Back foot angles out, and we're lifting up into Warrior One stance. So from here, we'll inhale, reach up to the sky, and exhale, right forearm to right thigh. Left arm extends out for an extended warrior pose. Focusing on breath. Pressing into our front foot. Let's lift our right hand to the sky. We'll bring the palms together and take what we call Kali Mudra. And we use Kali Mudra to slice through the illusion. So we'll take a breath in as we exhale. Draw navel to spine and slice through. Breathing in, exhaling. So staying connected to what is real and what is not real. Breathing in and breathing out. One more time. We'll inhale up. Let's extend through. So left leg, left arm, our right hand can come to our right hip or into the small of the back. Pressing down through both feet. Feeling really good here. You guys look awesome. So we sink, feel the stability of our lower body. Yes, our legs are working as we build strength. One more breath. As we exhale, left hand comes under the left shoulder. Our back toes turn forward. Right hand lifts up to the sky for twisting lunge. We might need to lower our pelvis. So we're in a straight line from heel to crown. Yeah, that looks good. Our gaze can be up, sideways, or even down at our left hand. Take a breath. Exhale, come on down. Let's drop our back knee. Shifting into half split or a modified pyramid. Let's just straighten our right leg. Activate the right foot by pressing into the heel and enjoy stretching out your right hamstring. Shoulders away from ears. Moment to moment awareness into what we're feeling here. And then we'll slowly come forward, making our way into a kneeling lunge. Knowing that we can always keep our hands on the earth if that is the best support. So notice your hips opening here. If you'd like, you can walk up to your right thigh. And if you want to stay here, interlacing the fingers and pressing the thigh away helps us to lift our torso, lift our heart. And we can also take arms overhead only if our knees agree. Set a focal point. Breathe down into the hips. Rising above. The fear rising above. All the talk, all the drama. And then releasing. Shifting back into child's pose or puppy pose. Letting go of all that is unresolved right now. Remembering that we do not have to be the general contractor of the world. We can surrender and remember our tools and go to the heart. We'll send our arms overhead. Inhale forward into a strong plank. And exhale into downward facing dog. Pressing the hands down and forward, the feet down and back. Imagine splitting your mat in two with these opposing movements. Enjoying how it feels in the body for another breath. And then we travel to the top, any form of transportation. Take a bow. When you let yourself be blown to and fro, you lose touch with your root. To be restless is to lose one's self-mastery. We'll reverse swan dive up. Rising above it all. Hands through heart center and to our hips as our right foot steps back. So we're headed into warrior one. Take the time you need to really establish your foundation. And we'll inhale up. As we exhale, left forearm to left thigh, right arm extends out. And we find a place where we can work and stay calm, stay clear, connected to our breath. Extended warrior. Inhale, rise up, bring both palms together. Feet are set. We inhale, lift the rib cage up. As we exhale, navel to spine, slice through. Warrior One with Kali Mudra. Learning to discern. What is real and what is not. One more time. We'll inhale up. Keep reaching through your right hand as your left hand comes to your left hip, or you can bring the left forearm into the small of the low back. We're pressing through our feet, feeling the strength of our legs. Grateful for this moment to build our strength and our resiliency. As we exhale forward, right wrist comes under the right shoulder, our back toes turn forward. Left hand reaching to the sky for twisting lunge. We really want to press down into our foundation and rotate up the spine, feeling a release of tension there. Let's connect to a breath. And then release. Right knee drops down and we're shifting our hips back into a nice stretch for our hamstring. Half split or half pyramid. You can press into your heel as if you were scraping mud off of it if you need a little more. You can also just drag your tailbone towards your back heel. And then we'll shift forward and come into kneeling lunge. So finding support, hands to the earth or interlaced fingers to the left thigh. If we feel like lifting up, maybe hands sweep to the sky. So really tune in to what your body is asking for. Practice the highest form of self-care. We really want to fall in love with taking care of ourselves, not just at this time. Hands release back to the mat. Let's come into all fours, and we can either choose to sink back into child's pose, grounded, connected to earth energy, or rise up into downward facing dog, opening the body up. Let's take one more breath wherever we're at. Being fully present down in this body, not in the head. We'll meet our friends in downward dog. So we move through plank. Send our hips to the sky. Allow the head to release, the neck to release, the face. And we engage hand lock and foot lock. You might also feel a gentle lift of the pelvic floor or the diaphragm flying up into the rib cage. These are all ways that we establish and build energy, locking it in. Full deep breath. Bending knees, we walk hands towards our feet. And let's walk right back into monkey or half lift. Pressing into the shins or thighs to help lengthen the spine. Our gaze is down, that area below the belly button, drawing up to support. Feel and breathe here. Let's take about 2 more breaths. And then inhale, circle sweep to the sky, whole body stretching out. Hands to the heart. We're just gonna take our feet about as wide as the mat for warrior breath. Sometimes we come to the long edge, but bend the knees a little bit, feel the weight come into your feet. And make your breath full. So it's our 2-part inhale, 2-part exhale. We can breathe in and out through the nose. But again, we're moving against resistance as we open. And we open our hands and we feel the resistance as we 2-part exhale. Okay, so take a breath in. Your own rhythm. Feel the heat. I know I'm feeling warmer. Let's do 3 more cycles. Last one. Straighten the legs. Reach the fingertips towards the earth. Deep breath in and out. We'll be bringing hands to our hips and heel-toeing our feet together. Inhale the right arm up, pointing the right index finger. We're gonna bend our knees and create some big halos overhead, this protective white light. Knowing that we're doing everything in our power to care for ourselves and the world around us. And then we'll release our right hand down, left hand to the sky, point the index finger and circle. Get the whole body involved if you like. And meeting in mountain pose. So rolling the weight in our feet and really engaging Pada Bandha. Lift and spread the toes. Squeeze the muscles of the legs, creating incredible stability in your lower body. Lightness in the heart and the upper body. Collarbone is wide open. Let's take a few breaths, just noticing how it feels to be centered and aligned, grounded, stable, and present. Let's come back to just 2 or 3 rounds of equal ratio breath. Inhaling for 4 to 8 seconds. Pausing. And then exhaling for somewhere between 4 and 8 seconds. And then pausing before we breathe in. Notice how you can slow respiration way down. Remembering that our breath is a reflection of our mind. And at the bottom of our next exhale, we'll bring hands to the heart and prepare for a balancing posture. If you'd like to move to the wall for a little extra support, go right ahead. So the pose is knee to chest or Apanasana. We usually do this on our backs, so you'll feel the challenge of it. We're gonna go in baby steps, just stop anywhere along the way. So right foot is stepping out, transfer all the weight, strengthen your right leg, come up onto the ball of the left foot. And we can start just by stepping the left foot on top of the right. Our gaze is downward. Our breath is steady. If we're swaying and feeling challenged here, this is a beautiful place to stay. Do your practice right here. If you'd like to lift the left foot onto the right shin, kind of a forward facing tree pose. We might want to lift the left knee, supported or unsupported. And then the next option is to take your knee towards your chest. And that'll look a lot of different ways on our different physiologies. So doing our best, working with our concentration, with our breath, we strengthen our right leg. Feeling the work of all the little muscles, the accessory muscles that are kicking in. And then releasing, stepping our left foot out. So right foot steps on top of the left to start. Use your arms to help you balance if you're swaying like I am. And once we have a gazing point, once we strengthen our left leg, we might choose to bring the sole of the right foot to the left shin. Staying connected to our easy breath. From here, option to lift our right thigh and support it or unsupported. Knowing we can stay at any of these places along the way. We'd like to try to draw our right knee to chest. We keep pressing into our left foot, remembering it's just practice. We're trying to train our concentration. So the focal point is a really good aid. One more breath, and we exit as mindfully as we went in. And take a moment to stand in mountain pose. We'll take a couple deep breaths here. Bringing both hands to the heart, connecting to the heart space. Choosing to respond from this place. Love is always the answer. Love always wins. And then we'll inhale, sweep up to the sky. exhale, fly all the way down to earth. Let's come to all fours. And I think we'll drop one hip to the mat and swing our feet around so that we can practice either a figure 4 stretch or pigeon. We rarely do seated pigeon, but let's give it a try tonight. You can stay in any variation of seated pigeon or take it to cradle the baby. Okay, so we'll send our left leg out, bend our right knee. And we're gonna pick up our right foot, set the right ankle on the left thigh. The hands are gonna come behind us because we're actually gonna roll back to bend our left foot, left knee. And then to adjust this pose, you can either work with bringing your foot in or lifting your hips up, scooting forward or back. But we're focusing on keeping the right foot active. We're staying connected to what our right hip is feeling. And you might need to adjust as the hip begins to loosen a little bit. Stay on the edge, that soft edge. Feel free to stay here or to hold your right lower leg like a baby and hug it in. It does require a little bit of core strength. We're sitting up tall, drawing our lower back in. Take a deep breath. Stay present with the sensation. And then let's go ahead and stretch this right leg out. You can support it any way that you like. We're not really using too many props right now, but we could hold behind our thigh if we had to. You could have a bend in your knee so that you're not overdoing. And then we'll release this. Bend the left knee and set the left ankle on the right thigh. So sitting nice and tall, take your hands behind, begin to bend the right knee. Adjust the hips. Find that really sweet spot where your left hip is saying thank you. You know that you're releasing deep tension in the hip. That requires deep breaths. If you'd like, you can take hold of the left lower leg. And you might need to adjust. Sit up tall, draw the lower back in. Our left foot is flexed still. That protects our knee. And as we release, we'll stretch this left leg out. Supporting it anyway. The shoulders stay away from the ears. We're tall. And then a release down. So I want to do one more heart opener. And we can get there by bending our right knee and letting that right knee fall out to the side. The right hand is going to come directly alongside our right hip. What we'll be doing is lifting up, pressing into the right knee, left foot, right hand, so that we can come into a modified wild thing. It's extending, reaching through our left fingers. You can press into your left foot to notice more spaciousness. And then release it down. And right knee lifts, right leg extends out. Let's go to the other side. So nice and tall, left hand by left hip. As we inhale, we're pressing down, expanding out, radiating love. Keeping our hearts open. And then releasing. And preparing to come onto our backs. Let's make sure that we use a leg, bent knee, to support us on that journey into supine. Okay, once we get here, let's draw both knees into the chest. And shift your weight around. Explore the landscape of your back. Feeling it by pressing it into the floor. Moving in an organic way. And at center, setting our feet on the mat. Preparing for bridge pose. We walk our feet in, making sure they're hip distance apart. Shoulders walk down away from the ears. And we begin to just peel our spine away from the mat. Our gaze stays fixed. So if you'd like to walk your shoulders under the body a little bit more, you might enjoy that for extra support under the body, or to even interlace the hands. Bringing the heart above the head. A phrase we can use as a reminder. Heart over head. Love over fear. And we're taking deep breaths, those deep, healing, expansive breaths. One more time. Exhaling down one vertebra at a time. Drawing our knees in. Rocking side to side. Scanning the body to see if there's anything else that feels necessary. I'll be coming around with this healing essence of Melaleuca. So using the strength of other living things is what we're doing when we use essential oils, using the plant's defense against bacteria and virus and disease. If you would like a drop of Melaleuca, turn the palm up. Make sure to breathe it into your lungs, maybe even to, again, rub on the throat or the thymus gland. Taking a moment to thank the plants and trees, the earth, for the wisdom, for the healing, all of the healing that is coming to this planet. We'll allow ourselves to rest for a few minutes, remembering to rest in love. Nothing else to do except to rest in love. Bathe in the healing energy of your own heart. Locating and staying connected to the peaceful paradise that lives deep within you. A few more moments. And guiding ourselves back slowly, lovingly, noticing the parts of our body that want to move and the parts of our body that maybe do not want to move quite yet. Enliven the body with a deep breath. And to begin our transition, we'll slowly bring the sole of the left foot to the mat. And press into the left foot to help turn your weight onto your right side. Fetal position. Pausing. So take a breath here. And then lifting ourselves back into an upright, tall, but relaxed posture. Let's take a breath together as we inhale. Stretch the arms out wide and high. And as we exhale, lower to the heart, feeling the head bow to the heart. May you be well, may you be healthy, happy, and peaceful. Namaste.
Namaste.